Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today is part 2 of 2. Yes, Alma del Jaguar Tequila. This is the Reposado, and that's what I'm going to be reviewing today. But if you do subscribe to the channel, thank you. And you'll know that last week I reviewed the Blanco, and this Blanco was incredible. Yes, agave. If you want to know what agave tastes like and what a true Blanco should taste like, this is it. When I tell you this is one of my new favorite brands, I am not lying. This stuff is absolutely delicious, and I am not getting paid to say that. I'm telling you, this is absolutely amazing stuff. Please go try this out. And it not only does it taste great, they're actually giving back to a great cause. So go check that video. I really go in depth into the brand. Today, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. That's what this video was for, introducing the brand. But also, too, you have to check this Blanco because, man, it's incredible. All right, but I'm going to get it. Go watch that video. Go watch that video. So today, I'm going to be focusing on the Reposado. And like I said, Alma del Jaguar. It doesn't just have a Jaguar on it to look cool. They're actually giving back to the Northern Jaguar Project and conservation efforts going to help protect the Mexican jaguar. Yes, did you actually know there's jaguars in Mexico? So you can see they donate directly to and they fundraise for conservation organizations that help protect wild jaguars in Mexico and also the U.S., right? So not only when you buy this bottle are you drinking some delicious tequila, you're actually giving back to a great cause. Like I said in the Blanco video, I go into even like, what does the jaguar mean in Mexican mythology and, just history and culture for sure. A lot of great stuff that goes into these brands. Go check that out. But this Reposado is curious. I'm not a huge fan of Reposados. If you do subscribe to the channel, I go Blanco and Extra Añejo. Añejo I love as well, but Reposados normally don't do it for me, but the Blanco was so delicious, and this is coming out of NOM 1414, so I'm curious how that's going to affect this Reposado with that Blanco being so agave forward. Well, the Blanco itself is actually aged for 2 months in white American oak barrels, and then an additional month in French oak barrels, all right? So you got a 3-month Reposado, but man, looking at it, and I mean, that's not even camera. That is very, very dark for a Reposado. So we're going to see what this tastes like, right? But overall, taking a look at this, what's really cool too, and I mentioned it in the Blanco video, they're actually producing this tequila with a blend of yeast. So this is things you don't even really think about. We usually think about, distillation methods, cooking methods, resting, barrels, right? But they're taking this to a whole other level and actually manipulating the yeast, right? And they're actually using, I say that because they're using a blend of 80% wild yeast, just natural flying around, but then they're also using a 20% of champagne yeast. So an 80-20 blend, wild versus champagne, does that affect the flavor? Who knows, right? But when I tell you this was amazing, hey, keep doing what you're doing. So I'm going to open this Reposado up. Like I said, I'm not going to go too much into the backstory of the Jaguars. I did that in the Blanco video. But you can see even too just the production notes here, NOM 1414 from Los Altos. They're using stone and brick ovens and roller mills, right? Open air distillation, copper pots. Their copper pots are even coming from one of the best, Michoacan, right? They're making the best copper pots. And like I said, that American, French, and oak and deep well. So 3-month Reposado. Let's check it out. I appreciate you being here, right? The cork, and it is just perforated up here. Let me take that off and get my cup to pour this out. Oh, man. This is not coming off easy. There we go. All right. It's still a little plastic on there, but I guess for the sake... Okay, no, it's coming off. I was going to say, for the sake of time, I'm going to just let it be, get it off later. But, all right. Anyways, I'm going to do that later. So, let your bottles pop. What I loved about the Blanco, same here. It's just this cork. Like, this such a simple, tiny little cork. I love it. Nothing fancy, but it adds to the character. I'm definitely digging the cork on this, all right? Well, I appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe. as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right, get that in a shot. And yes, that is a dark Reposado. I'm really wondering the char on this because, like I said, looking at it online, it says it's only aged 2 months in American white oak barrel and then an additional month in French oak barrels. And that's interesting, right? But looking at the legs and tiers on this, let me try to get that in focus. If you can see, it's wanting to get the bottle in the back. Let me move the bottle out of the way. And there we go. Focus on that. Right there we go. That's not super sticky. Let me swirl it again. Dissipated slightly while I was getting it in focus. But yeah, it's running. That doesn't stick around very much. It's there and then it's running. You can see that down the glass. But man, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here. And this aroma. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, there's that. Oh, there's that French oak for sure. Oh, yeah. The Blanco, when I tell you, that Blanco was an agave explosion. I'm not getting a lot of agave on this. It's there, but that oak, that wood is really the star of the show, front and center. And I'd imagine just because of how dark it is, it's only aged for 3 months. That's some really heavy charred wood for sure. But it smells delicious. So that's really where, even like I'm looking in my añejos and why I love extra añejos, right? Because you're really getting like that wood flavor. That's where I want in my age. I want some wood. I mean, hats off to any brands, and there's a handful that can actually pull off the aging and do the wood with the agave. But smelling this, yeah, it's like fresh, wet wood is really the dominant smell on this. I am also getting it's a little banana. It's kind of like a vanilla banana, but there are no additives whatsoever. There's nothing manipulated here, and there's nothing artificial. But there is there's some banana to it and some vanilla, but it's definitely wood. And there is some agave. There is still some agave, but I'm just coming from the Blanco, and gosh, the Blanco is so in your face that you can really tell that this has been rested. It has definitely been mellowed out, and it's nowhere near what that Blanco, the aroma on that Blanco. So yeah, a lot of wood, wet wood, that oak for sure, that French is really sticking out. And just kind of like a little fruity, like a banana, and I love bananas. So hey, let me try this. Cheers. Salud. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So notice in the aroma, I said no ethanol. I didn't mention ethanol at all. And I'm thinking about it now because as I'm swallowing, I don't taste any ethanol either. Like the pepper, ethanol, like that heat, what really brings heat to, especially usually reposados, right? Blancos as well, like that heat. It's non-existent. This is like drinking just wet, delicious wood. Wow, hold on. Let me take a sip. Wow, that's nuts. That is dangerous. And you know I'm not a huge fan of reposados, but this right here, that oak, it's drier. It's drier as well, but it's also creamy at the same time. And it's just sweet, wet wood with no heat from any ethanol, no pepper on that. That is good. It almost drinks like a very well made añejo, which is absolutely like I was saying, it's dark. That is dark for sure. But this right here, let me take this last sip. Oh, yeah. This is phenomenal. This really is. If I had to choose the two, of course, I'm doing the Blanco just because of the taste of agave on there. But this right here, if I poured this in a blind tasting and asked, what did you think this was? I would say añejo for sure. It definitely, this is good. It's delicious. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I absolutely am. But that the Blanco, the agave flavor is definitely subdued in this. You are really getting more of that wood, but it is a nice, creamy, dry, delicious, wet wood that goes down real easy. So, hey, Alma del Jaguar, shout out. Thank you so much. Making some great, great tequila for sure. And the whole team over there. Go watch that Blanco video. But man, I appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. Take care, everybody.